Interest rates have been going up, and it looks like in the near term they're going to continue to stay up. And if you are banking at a local brick and mortar bank, chances are you're hardly getting paid any interest for money setting in your savings account. With the possibility of a recession on our hands, combined with high interest rates, makes 2023 one of the best times to get into online-only banking in order to catch in on that sweet, sweet high interest rate, and also to start an emergency fund. SoFi is currently my favorite bank account. SoFi has no monthly fees or annual fees, no savings withdrawal limit fee, and they pay a high 4.20% interest on money in your savings account when you have recurring direct deposits. If you can't do direct deposits, consider signing up for Ally Bank instead. They pay a little bit less interest at 3.85%, but they do not have the requirement for recurring direct deposits. Interest is compounded on a daily basis and paid out at the end of every month. You can also set up vaults for different saving goals that you have. So even if you're not interested in saving up for an emergency fund, you can still set savings goals for getting a deposit on a house, buying a car, a vacation, or whatever you want to save for. SoFi also has a solid app that is available on iOS or Android. It's easy to set up an account with SoFi. Just simply sign up, preferably using someone else's link, because if you sign up using someone else's link, you'll get $25 as a welcome bonus, and up to an additional $250 when you receive qualifying direct deposits. I'll have my link down below. Feel free to use my link or someone else's in order to get that bonus. So you sign up, you can use the web browser, or you can use the SoFi app on Android or iOS. And just simply send money to your account and or set up direct deposit with your employer. To do a bank transfer, just simply click on banking. Press transfer. You can set up direct deposit here. You can also have direct deposits go straight into savings. Otherwise, just hit transfer money. Select the account you want to transfer money from. In this example, we'll use SoFi's checking account. Select SoFi's checking account and select the account you want to transfer it to. Whether that's your savings account or one of the vaults that you made. Select the amount of money and you're done. If the money is transferring from another bank, it may take a few days to become available. To link a bank account, hit the From box. Look at the bottom and click Link a Bank Account. SoFi uses Plaid, which makes linking a bank account fast and easy. If your current bank isn't available, exit out and add manually. Also, SoFi's setup is going to be similar to how it's going to be of other online-only bank accounts. There are also some additional features. You can add different vaults and set saving goals by clicking on savings and then pressing add vault. To set up an emergency fund, they actually have an option for emergency fund. You could just simply click that. Then pick 3 or 6 months. If you have dependents or a house, I would choose 6. If you're single, 3. If you live with your mom and you're broke, I'd make $500 or $1,000 a goal. Otherwise, add in your monthly cost of living. Since this is an emergency fund, it should just be necessary expenses, like rent, utilities, and groceries. You can set up recurring transfers into this vault, and you can also add roundups. With roundups, purchases will be rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the difference will be put into your savings account. And also remember that these vaults still earn the high 4.20% interest. If you change your mind on the amount that you want to save, you can also change the savings goal amount that you have. You can also split part of your paycheck, which is one of my favorite features. You can set it up to where you can have a dollar amount or a percentage of your paycheck automatically put into one of these vaults. Setting up your savings to where it's automatic and you don't even have to think about it makes it so much easier. And you can set up several of these vaults with SoFi. Saving up at least $1,000 is a really good way to get started. Preferably in the long term, you want to have 3 to 6 months of necessary expenses, because an emergency is there to save you in case of an emergency. If you invest in stocks, this could save you from having to sell some investments in order to pay for an unexpected expense. Or even better, it could save you from taking out a loan or using a high-interest credit card in order to pay for some unexpected expense. There will likely be several times in your life in which unexpected events and expenses will happen. Sometimes one will happen right after the other. It's going to be easier to handle these unexpected expenses when you have an emergency fund to back you up. An emergency fund can also support you if you end up losing your job or you end up deciding to switch careers. And remember, the emergency fund is just there for emergencies only. It's there for unexpected expenses. An emergency fund is one of the first steps that you can take to get your finances in check. Checkmate.